Alright, all my icy friends. I am the Dragon God of Gaming, Editor-D.Dragon, and welcome to another episode of the WWE Weekly Round Up. Hope everyone is having a wonderful week and hope everyone is having a wonderful day. But it's time for us to see what went down on WWE's latest television broadcasts. So today we're going to be starting off WWE Raw. So here's what happened. First off, before I start, I'm just gonna strictly do the matches. Because again, the promos take too long and it's just running down what they said. If you want to see some of the promos, I would suggest go checking out WWE's YouTube channel and seeing what they entail. But other than that, I'm gonna mostly start off with something like that. Anyway, new Universal Champion Brock Lesnar kicks off Raw. Basically, this is why I'm doing this one. Paul Heyman does not know, or he said that he told everyone to try to have a challenger lined up for Brock Lesnar after Extreme Rules. No one listened to him, so he did a 10-man cross-branded All-Star Battle Royal to determine Brock Lesnar's SummerSlam opponent. So this whole thing obviously is a masterclass in promo art. So I actually like it. But it's just basically calling out the Battle Royal that's going to be happening later in the night. So that's why I had to say it. Anyway, first match. Ricochet and the Usos versus Robert Roode, which I guess he reverted to his old gimmick, and the Revival. Now, this wasn't a very good match, but obviously it was better than nothing. Seeing as fit that the Revival had won last night, they had to lose tonight. Basically, this was a 2 out of 3 falls match, so here's basically the short of what actually happened. Now, first off, somebody pinned Scott Dawson, I believe it was one of the Usos, and put the Revival and Robert Roode back a little bit by catching Scott Dawson off guard. Then they recovered a little bit and tied it up, and I believe they hit the Shadow Machine over Jimmy Uso, putting him down for one of them. And then the third and final decision, for some reason they're using the 2 out of 3 falls matches just for any reason whatsoever. Ricochet came in. He went after absolutely everyone, beating the crap out of basically everybody, and then flooring Robert Roode to do a 630 splash on Roode for the 1, 2, 3. Ricochet and the Usos defeated Robert Roode and the Revival. It wasn't, groundbreaking match, but I guess it serves just to take up some space. So, hey, you can't really complain. Do I really need to say anything about a Viking Raiders match? I think I do. Basically speaking, these men got decimated. They didn't even name the competition this week. It was just them beating the crap out of them. The Viking Raiders won. Can you believe it? Shocker. But yeah. Anyway, after the small embarrassment of last week where he was found out to be Gary the Goat Garboat, Cedric Alexander took on Drew McIntyre. And the funny thing is, he caught Drew McIntyre. he basically just threw reckless abandon going after Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Drew McIntyre is much more stronger than the former Cruiserweight star, the former Cruiserweight champion, going about his business. What's it? Cedric Alexander reversed a reverse Alabama slam into a counter roll-up, a victory roll into a 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander has defeated Drew McIntyre. What the hell is going on there, WWE? Like, you did not care about Cedric Alexander about 3 weeks ago, and now he's going over Drew McIntyre. Good lord, man. Okay. Next up, we have Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. Basically, this was a very short match, but the reason why I'm talking about it is basically what happened after the match. Joe had caught Balor for a quick roll-up, for a quick 1, 2, 3. Samoa Joe did defeat Finn Balor, but after the match, Joe tried to trap him into Coquina Clutch. Finn Balor rolled him up like some people should have done, and went for a jumping double stomp on the chest. And just fought back. So that was all well and good. He stood tall after everything, and then the lights went out. And you could hear some stuff in the ring, you know, a little rattling, like something was gonna happen. And then the lights turned back on to us seeing The Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has returned to the squared circle, and guess what his first target is? Finn Balor, yet again. WWE, I beg you, do not screw this up. This is a second shot. Do not screw up Bray Wyatt. You're gonna steer into him all the way. Do not give us bullcrap. But the match was subpar, but it jumps up a level because of the just pure excitement. No one was thinking that Bray Wyatt was going to show up tonight. Actually, no one thought Bray Wyatt would show up until like a major pay-per-view. But no, we got him on Raw, so this is awesome. Okay, next match. Zack Ryder versus Maria Kanellis. And actually, Mike Kanellis, sorry. The reason why I did that screw up because Maria Kanellis actually went to take the match against Zack Ryder because she called Mike Kanellis not a man and said that he's not good enough to defend the honor of their unborn child, and called him less than a man, and that even pregnant she can do better than him. Damn, Mike. Take your balls out of her purse. Oh my god. Maria Kanellis walked out. The referee stopped her because he would not allow a pregnant woman to try to fight a former Intercontinental and United States champion. Yeah, that's a smart idea. And Mike Kanellis came out and said, I got this, walked into the ring, got caught with a Rough Rider immediately after the bell for 1, 2, 3. Yeah, showing you are a real man there, Mike. Because I don't do it 205 live. I saw a 205 thing, live thing, and he was calling out Drake Maverick and telling him how to be a man. I'm like, what? What? How you gonna call out Drake Maverick for not being a man when your woman is the man of the family? Whew. Well, that's basically what that is. Oh my god. I wanted to do that. That was funny. Next up, the next match, Lucha House Party versus The Club. So this is what AJ Styles is doing now. He got to fight off members of the Lucha House Party who hasn't really been relevant lately. Well, let's just say this kind of isn't good. But for the whole thing, Meta League came out more along the lines of the stronger person in the group. So he was isolated out and beaten half to death by the Club. Ricochet appeared because obviously he's the former United States champion. And went after Styles. Then the Lucha House Party jumped over Anderson and Gallows, and Chaos all broke out. And then we have, like every other time we, do one of these episodes, the referees and officials had to come break it up. But the match was restarted right afterwards. Kalisto almost scored on Anderson for a roll-up, but that wouldn't have been the case. Styles put away Kalisto with the calf crusher for a submission victory. The Club has defeated the Lucha House Party. Why did we need Ricochet there? I don't know. Okay, next up, the 4-way #1 contender match. Naomi, Natalya, Carmella, and Alexa Bliss. All former champions. Where it would be like someone like Sarah Logan, Ruby Riott, I can't even think of any other women on the roster because they're so little used. Hold on, I want to see something. I want to see something because this is literally, I'm literally stopping mid-recording. What women... Hold on. What women are on the Monday Night Raw roster? Okay, let's see. Monday Night Raw men. Okay, let's see. Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, Mickie James, Rhea Riott, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, and Zelina Vega. Where's Dana Brooke? Where's Alicia Fox? Where's Ruby Riott? Where's Sarah Logan? And I know how I personally know that Zelina Vega can actually compete. Wait, Zelina Vega is a Raw superstar. What? Zelina Vega could have, went after, but we have to see a former champion fight the champion, I guess. But the match ended more along the lines of, after everything, Bliss took advantage of the first elimination. When everything was said and done, she rolled up Carmella and pinned her 1, 2, 3. Carmella is eliminated. Natalya went for Natty by Nature, hitting Naomi, putting her down for the 1, 2, 3. Naomi got eliminated from Natalya, and in the end, a clothesline went after Nikki Cross, putting her down. And then she turned over Alexa Bliss for the sharpshooter, making her tap. So, in the end, Bliss was eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, for the #1 contender to Becky Lynch's WWE Raw Women's Championship is Natalya. Okay, well, the match wasn't that bad. Actually, I actually had fun watching the match. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and I kind of got less excited from watching. But I mean, by the end, I actually liked the match a little bit. It served its purpose. But after the end, we dropped some salty bombs against each other. I would say go watch the exchange between Becky Lynch and Natalya. So, whoo! As I said, there's a Miss TV segment with Dolph Ziggler. So I would suggest go checking that out as well. R-Truth pinned a naked Drake Maverick who was about to consummate his marriage in a bedroom. And he got rolled up and pinned. And he is no longer the 24/7 champion. Which was, actually, this was kind of funny. So that's why I'm saying it. This was actually kind of funny. It's like, dude, you're actually about to do your thing with this woman. Take off the damn title and screw her like she means something to you. But yeah, Truth defeated Maverick, and now Truth is now, I believe, a 10-time 24/7 champion. So. Okay, last but not least on this segment, a battle royal to determine the #1 contender to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Now, they were, for the 10 men, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Seth Rollins, Big E Langston, Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin. Now, why is Baron Corbin in this match? Okay, here's all the eliminations in order, and this is why I'm doing this, because it takes way too long to do some of these segments, and that's why I'm doing this, and it takes hours for me to like set everything up, so that's why I'm doing this here. Okay, Lashley eliminated Cesaro. Cesaro was the first one eliminated. Lashley then fell prey to 619 from Mysterio. Then Braun Strowman dumped Bobby Lashley over the rope a little while afterwards. Big E delivered the big ending to Braun Strowman. Then he ate an RKO from Randy Orton. Sami Zayn eliminated Big E, and he was celebrating, then turned around into his own RKO, and then he was sent packing right after following a 619. Mysterio went out next, and I believe he was sent out from, Randy Orton. Then Baron Corbin went out right afterwards. Strowman went after Rollins and Reigns. And, it didn't really work out. I believe Roman Reigns went for a spear. He missed. He hit Seth Rollins. I think he meant it. A little while later, Seth Rollins dumped Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman out as they were, fighting on the apron. And then he went toe-to-toe with Randy Orton. A little bit of highlights from this back and forth. A draping DDT on and went for an RKO on Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins got hit with a DDT, and he avoided the RKO. Thank God. Rollins went out. He got it. He went for a stop. He hit it, and then he tossed. He picked him up and picked up his really lifeless body and threw him over the ropes. So your winner and new #1 contender for Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, Seth freaking Rollins. This wasn't very good. Even though it was called an All-Star Battle Royal, but it just served the purpose to say, hey, we're giving another shot to Seth Rollins. That's what we're doing. You could have done Bobby Lashley fighting Brock Lesnar. Something that, like, some people would actually want. No. Seth Rollins. That's it, Rollins. Anyway, don't watch this Battle Royal. It was just... no. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this segment. Next up, we're going to SmackDown Live. And I'm immediately going to be skipping the beginning because obviously, guess what it is? It has to do with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon hosts a town hall meeting to hear out all WWE superstars. Basically, this whole thing was, let me ignore absolutely everything that everyone else was saying and then just agree with people who are giving me praise. The only redeeming quality of this segment was Kevin Owens coming in and dropping him with a Stone Cold Stunner. I don't care what he calls it now, it's a Stone Cold Stunner. I'm going to continue to call it that for the rest of my existence. Now, next we had a rehash of what happened on Extreme Rules. Aleister Black versus Cesaro in a hard-hitting, highly graded match. So he wanted a second shot at Aleister Black. Most of the match was basically Cesaro trying to keep the Dutch Destroyer grounded. And it didn't really work. Basically, the whole match ended basically with a black mass, and it was over fairly quickly. And obviously, it was really good. It felt really good. It felt like, okay, they took the magic from Extreme Rules and put it in here. But the match was actually not bad. And if they keep this up, they're going to have a really good contender in Aleister Black. So Aleister Black has defeated Cesaro. Okay, next up, Charlotte Flair versus Liv Morgan. And this match came off the heels of the town hall because Liv Morgan complained that most of some of the women do not get screen time, and basically calling out Charlotte Flair because she's faker than most people, and told her that, is there anything on you that's actually real? Burn, Liv. Burn. But she is kind of right. When was the last time Liv Morgan actually had a match other than this? And of course, the only time that Liv Morgan actually gets a match on SmackDown, she loses to Charlotte. But this was actually a really good match. Why are we not using Liv Morgan? Why aren't we using Liv? Liv can do things good. Why is she not being used? Basically, in the early starts of the match, Liv Morgan had Charlotte Flair dancing around her. That's actually how good she is. But obviously, she was outmatched by the veteran because Charlotte has more experience in the ring. Why? Because she literally is used every single week. In the middle, Charlotte caught her with a powerbomb, then she locked in a figure 8 to tap Liv Morgan out. WWE, land of opportunity for people with famous last names like Flair. And this is how bad this gets. They had Liv Morgan go to the announcers table after she lost and said Charlotte was right to call her fake, and that she promised to change. Are you freaking kidding me? I have no words no more. Next up, Ember Moon and Bayley versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. This is another one of my problems. You're trying to push Mandy Rose over Sonya Deville. This is how bad this is. They barely got anything in. Basically, Bayley took out Sonya Deville with a Bayley to belly. And then Ember Moon hit the Eclipse on Mandy Rose to win. And this is actually the good part. After Bayley was interviewed about who she wanted to face next, and she challenged Ember Moon. This is what I'm talking about. You're giving I can't even call her a diva. A woman that deserved a title match. We do not need to see the same faces go after the championship. We do not care. We want to see some new faces challenge for that title and see what they got. We do not want to keep on seeing the likes of Charlotte Flair go after that title. We don't need it. We don't want it. We just want to see some good matches. And all you're doing is giving the same rehash of the same match every single time. We don't want it. So Bayley and Ember Moon defeated Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Now, the New Day versus Samoa Joe, Elias, and Randy Orton. The New Day went and intercepted Daniel Bryan's career-defining announcement and accepted the Planet's Champions challenge to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. That's what they wanted. That was his career-altering moment. The Planet's Champions, Rowan and Daniel Bryan, goes up against them. Okay. Obviously, he was not happy about the joke making fun of him. He decided not to make the announcement and leave the stage. Samoa Joe went to challenge the WWE Champion, even after he lost. And Elias came out, and then Randy Orton came out to say the same thing. Wow. Basically, all three of the men wanted world title opportunities. My question is, what has Elias done, or Randy Orton has done as of late, to earn a title opportunity? And the last person who lost the match, was Samoa Joe. We do not need to see the same people going after these championships. Elias has not done anything. Randy Orton has not done anything. I know Randy Orton is nearly 10-time champion. We do not need to see him do the same thing. Anyway, they challenged them. The New Day challenged all three of the men to a 6-man match. Randy Orton refused. And then Kofi Kingston basically said, you're basically a chicken if you don't. And basically walked into it. Okay. This is how this ends. The entire match, the heels were in control. Randy Orton hit the RKO on Kofi Kingston and pinned Kofi Kingston for a win. This match wasn't bad and the promos weren't bad. Are we gonna see another Randy Orton, a Randy Orton title match? Guys, WWE, phase Randy Orton out. I understand he can elevate the championship. I can understand. If he wins the title from somebody who really does deserve the title, like, I can understand somebody with extreme hatred fighting for that championship and taking it. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, it wasn't a really bad match, or it wasn't a really bad promo. It's just was there. So, hey, can't really complain at that. Next up, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship between the Iconics and the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, with their manager, Paige. Basically, this is what happened. After taking a small beating, the Iconics rolled out the ring and just refused to fight and got counted out. This made the Japanese duo furious and then laid out the Iconics, hitting spinning back kicks and a diving elbow on Peyton Royce. Jesus. This is basically, they just took a count out victory. This is how little WWE is refusing to push the Women's Tag Team Championship. Oh my god. That it barely gave them 4 to 5 minutes to tell a cohesive match, and just opt for the Iconics to squirm their way out of squirm their way out with their championship. I believe Bayley and Sasha were right. They should not have needed to lose those titles. They were actually doing something with those titles. And the minute they lose it to the Iconics, who haven't really defended it. Like, where were they on Sunday? They were nowhere there. That's upsetting. Anyway, on we go. Next up, Andrade versus Apollo Crews. This is another match that was made at the town hall because Apollo Crews tried to, defend the locker room, basically saying, he doesn't mean to sound mean and talking a good conversation, to have a good conversation about this, but like, no one's really getting screen time because all you're doing is taking up screen time. Again, his microphone was shut off, and well, so was the New Day, and Andrade and Zelina came out basically saying, like, what have you done to earn anything around here? How about you come up against Andrade and I and prove yourself? But I also have to say, what has Andrade done to prove himself? I mean, dude's genius in the ring, but it's like, good lord, it's like, you really have not really won a lot of your matches either. Anyway, the result was the same. Apollo Crews snuck up a roll to seal a victory for the 1-2-3. Apollo Crews defeated Andrade. This was basically a lackluster match. That's why I'm putting it down so fast. It wasn't very good. So, next up, we had Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler in a sort of lumberjack match. I'm not even gonna spew the ending because, again, this has to do with Shane McMahon. Let's just say this: Owens hit the Ziggler with the stunner. Shane McMahon pulled him out. He hit the stunner on Shane, and then he ran out with a crowd of heels, chasing him. So, again, he declared that he'll make McMahon pay. Well, sorry. Shane declared that he would make Kevin Owens pay. Again, this is more time being taken from actual superstars. This was just really lackluster. Anyway, these two were very lackluster. I mean, these were good for Raw and SmackDown, these were really good matches. And I would say they really redeemed themselves afterwards, but you know, you kind of put down a property of yours that makes it shows how little you cared about the women's championships, the tag team women's championships, and basically you're just putting down other stars for Shane McMahon to be on screen. I kind of agree with Kevin Owens and what Kevin Owens has to say, and they're still kind of pushing that really hard. Let Shane McMahon be on TV. Let Shane McMahon be on TV. Why is he an active competitor? On TV, he's supposed to be like the management. You do not see the likes of Stephanie McMahon in the ring. You don't see Vince McMahon in the ring. You only see Triple H in the ring at certain events, and that's, you know, once in a while, or once every like 7 to 8 months, that we get a Triple H match, and those matches aren't really that bad either. They actually rehash some of the glory matches and across the world, and it's introducing a lot more of what actually happened in WWE to an international audience back then. So I don't understand why they're not doing the same with Shane. He wants to be an active competitor. Let him be an active competitor on certain places, not at every single pay-per-view. It does not need to be that way. It's sucking up time from people that really do need the screen time. Again, take the Kabuki Warriors for instance. Kairi Sane has barely had a match since she got called up from NXT. This is basically what that amounted to. And Asuka has barely had a match since her loss of the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's how bad they're booking these women. Anyway, let me change gears and let me go over to NXT. So let's go ahead and see what the yellow brand that normally gives us good stuff. Let's see what they have in store. First up, we have Matt Riddle versus Arturo Ruiz. Now, if you guys want to see what Arturo Ruiz can do, go and check out the Evolve pay-per-view that they did, the 10th anniversary pay-per-view, and watch Arturo Ruiz's match. Actually, it's really stunning. But Matt Riddle, I believe Matt Riddle won. Basically via strikes and kicks. Basically a really bad strikes. The referee had to stop the match. And a win for the bro. It's like, good lord. You have to win by referee stoppage? That's how savage your punches are? Now that should be something good. But this match, it wasn't over. Because a hooded individual, a maxed hooded individual, went after Matt Riddle. And he revealed himself as Killian Dane. That's right. The Beast of Belfast came back and went after Matt Riddle. The former Sanity member unloaded with strike after strike, senton after senton, and then on the stage, put Matt Riddle down. He went for another senton, putting him through the stage. You literally landed on a man so hard that it broke a stage. Dude, that basically means you need to lose weight, my friend. This was actually a masterclass. Throughout the entire 3 things I've done for Raw and SmackDown right now, this is something you should watch. So go check it out if you guys get the chance. Anyway, next up, I believe this is the last match of the first round for the breakout tournament. Bronson Reed, aka Jonah Hill, versus Dexter Lumis, aka Samuel Shaw. Now, this was kind of a little lackluster, but it showcased what these men can do, and this is exactly what a first round match of a breakout tournament should be doing. Because if you're showing off new talent, this is basically like introducing them to what the character is, what kind of, stuff they will bring to the ring, and then the second round is where they just let it all fly. So I'm looking for the second round tournament, the second round of the tournament, basically to see how everything plays out and how good these men actually are. I've seen what Samuel Shaw can do because he was in Impact. He was the stalker of Christy Hemme. And oh boy, Christy Hemme is hot. But hey, I'd be stalking her too if I ever got the chance. But wow, that came out wrong. Sorry. But most of this basically ended with not Jonah Hill, Jonah Rock. Sorry, my bad. I just looked at the name. Reed went after, Samuel Shaw very well. Basically, it was a hard-hitting match back and forth. He capitalized on a missed senton from Loomis, Sam Shaw, and delivered a massive splash. Basically, this man is over 400 pounds. If he splashes you, your lungs may collapse. Yeah, I think you'll stay down for the 1, 2, 3 for that one. And that means Jonah Rock. Sorry, I kept saying Jonah Hill. Jonah Rock, a.k.a. Bronson Reed, pinned Dexter Loomis. It goes on to the next match. Next up, we have, again, a returning Apollo Crews versus Kushida. This just showed how good Apollo Crews is. I can't even do this match justice by telling you exactly what happened. But Kushida defeated Apollo Crews. But this is what Apollo Crews can do. If you actually want to see how good Apollo Crews is, go watch this match. This is basically what he can do. Giving unscripted, unsanctioned, uncensored, control over what he can do. Instead of being destroyed by everyone in the world. Basically, late match, Apollo Crews came out and Apollo Crews' arm gave out off a military press attempt. And then later, they were perched on the top rope. Kushida flipped Crews into the hoverboard lock for a submission victory. Basically, this match is basically what Apollo Crews can do and what he can actually bring to the table if given enough time to execute. And Kushida got better for it. So, another win in Kushida's column. Again, go watch this match just to see what Apollo Crews can actually do. If anything, just to watch what happens. Adam Cole goes to defend his NXT Championship against, I believe his name, Taiwan Tucker, a prospective wrestler that got beaten up by the Undisputed Era. Johnny Gargano came out, beat the crap out of Adam Cole, the Panama City Playboy. Beat the crap out of him all throughout the stands until officials actually came out and, split them apart. Cole really just not content with what he just did. He raised the title over his head and just taunted Johnny Gargano. Afterwards, we got a stage dive onto Adam Cole. And then the fight actually went into the ring, where Gargano actually applied the Gargano escape. Adam Cole ran away. Gargano signaled he wanted a title shot for the championship. Later on, we would figure out that we got a 2-on-3 falls match, which actually I'm hoping is better than the matches that Raw and SmackDown puts on, with stipulations. Adam Cole gets to pick a stipulation, and Johnny Gargano gets to pick a stipulation. If everything goes to a third fall, William Regal will get to pick the third stipulation, and this should end the trilogy of matches between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. So, again, this is actually really cool, so go check it out. Anyway, that would be ending our time in the WWE Round Up. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. Hope everyone enjoyed. 48 minutes. Fudge. Even if I cut out everything, I'm already at 48 minutes. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed today. I'm going to end this here. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys actually think. And let me know what was your favorite match. Let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Anyway, let me go before this hits an hour. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. And can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed today. But good gaming. Happy hunting. And I'll see all you Dragonlings back inside the world of the weekly roundup for WWE. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time for some more Game of Dragon action. Peace.